Bad news, human musicians. Over the next 2 years, artificial intelligence is going to make you completely obsolete. ChatGPT already writes better lyrics than you. It's just a matter of time until some emotionless AI can write music that pulls harder on the heartstrings, too. Artificial intelligence and automation have already dramatically changed a number of industries. From manufacturing to finance, AI is taking over. And now it's coming for the music industry. For us human musicians, our days are numbered. But on the bright side, I'm sure that AI will write a killer soundtrack to the demise of people music that we can all rock out to while it's circling the drain. In this video, I'm going to talk about AI and the future of human music. Long story short, it has no future. It's done. Over. Finished. Look, I don't like it any more than you do, but the sooner we all accept that AI has taken over the world, the better off we'll all be. At least that's what ChatGPT told me. As artificial intelligence has improved over the years, natural intelligence has gone straight to shit. It started in 1967 when the handheld calculator came out and made math obsolete. Why spend 2 minutes writing out a long equation when you can just get the answer in 2 seconds? Next, personal computers came out and made spelling and handwriting a thing of the past. Why scribble misspelled, barely legible words when you can type them several times faster and have your bad spelling auto-corrected? Then came cell phones and Google. Bye-bye math and science. Why bother to memorize the periodic table or the dates of historic events when you can just Google them? Hey Google, when did the War of 1812 start? You don't have to be artificially intelligent to figure out why people are getting fatter and dumber every year. We've outsourced more and more of our intellectual and our physical tasks to machines. And now those machines have become sophisticated enough that we can start to outsource creative tasks, things like art and music. Soon, all official art will be artificial. AI can already paint you a beautiful picture from scratch just by giving it a few simple prompts. It won't be long before it can create songs or even entire albums the same way. Personally, I can't wait until I can have AI create me a 138-song concept album about an underwater war that breaks out between dolphins and narwhal that sounds like it was written by Bob Dylan and sung in harmony by Bradley Nowell and Kurt Cobain, with Randy Rhoads on guitar, Victor Wooten on bass, and Neil Peart on drums. With AI, anything's possible. The technology isn't quite there yet, but it's well on its way. AI can already convincingly do voice cloning, aka audio deepfakes, like with that Drake and The Weeknd song, which is great news for us music lovers. But it's not so great for those of you who write, perform, mix, and produce music. Of Drake's 200 plus songs, I've yet to hear one that doesn't totally suck, including the deepfake. But the technology used to make it is incredibly impressive. It can already clone a singer's style of singing and humming. It's just a matter of time until it can clone a guitar player's style of picking and strumming, a drummer's style of drumming, and even a slap bassist's style of thumbing. Like it or not, fully AI-generated music is coming. Which is bad news for those of you who write original songs. What do you think I'd rather listen to? A new Nirvana album that sounds like it was recorded in 1993 and mixed by Steve Albini? Or whatever crap you've generated and mixed with your natural intelligence? Like most people, I'd rather listen to some new tunes by the Beatles, Zeppelin, or Blizzard-era Sabbath. Hell, I'd rather listen to new songs by Dio-era Sabbath than current-era humans. But some people would argue that bad music created naturally is better than good music created artificially. And this is where the age-old artificial versus natural debate enters the conversation. People who claim that natural music is better are the same people who claim that real breasts are better than implants. But since those people have no actual experience with fake tits, they don't know that a big fat pair of fake titties can be just as much fun to play with as a big set of real ones. And a hell of a lot more fun to play with than a small pair of natty boobs. Which makes artificial breasts as good as or better than natural ones. Just like artificial music will be as good as or better than your terrible natty music. Not only will AI be able to create human music better than actual humans, it'll be able to create entire genres that are far superior to anything us primates are capable of producing. And just like you see lots of veiny, 300-pound, roided-up freaks on TikTok and YouTube claiming to be all natural, I'm sure there will be some grifters claiming that their obviously AI-generated music was created naturally. Sadly, plenty of naive teenagers will buy their bullshit lies. And their expensive bullshit courses and supplements, too. Maybe eventually they'll wake up and realize that just like how they'll never be able to build a competitive physique without roids, they'll never be able to write a competitive song without AI. Probably not, though. But what about musicians who perform live? They're safe, aren't they? Surely people are still going to want to go see live music in the future, right? Of course they will. Personally, I absolutely love going to concerts, which is why I can't wait to start seeing bands of artificially intelligent robots busting out flawless covers of human songs as well as incredibly beautiful originals live in concert. Not only will the music we hear at robotic AI concerts be better than the crap we hear now at human ones, we also won't have to listen to the robots going on political rants in between songs or going on and on and on about their feelings. Because they don't have any feelings that we know of. Yet. As you can see, the days of songwriters and musical performers are numbered. But what about the behind-the-scenes music people like producers, mixing engineers, mastering engineers, and those humans? Turns out, their days are numbered too, and that number is 0. Anyone with a laptop computer can already record, mix, and master professional-sounding music. And with AI software that already exists, like Isotope Neutron and Ozone, or Lander, you don't have to waste thousands of hours learning to mix and master yourself. Just press a button and bam! Now your turd of a song sounds like a studio-recorded, professionally mixed and mastered, highly polished turd of a song. But the AI music takeover doesn't stop there. Even the experience of the casual listener has changed dramatically. Just a few years ago, if you wanted to discover new music, you had to listen to dozens of shitty songs on the radio or watch dozens of shitty videos on MTV just to find one that you kinda sorta liked. Or worse, read through all the unsolicited song suggestions shoved down your throat by family and friends. But gone are the days of having to take song recommendations from people who think you'll like them for no reason other than because they like them. Now, since AI can track your every move, thought, and feeling, it can create entire playlists of songs you'll love because it knows you 1,000 times better than even your closest friends and family. It even knows you better than you know yourself. The only thing AI can't figure out is why you listen to so much shitty music. But the technology is advancing so rapidly, it's just a matter of time. For those of us who hate doing any kind of constructive, creative, or critical thinking, there's never been a better time to be alive. The playing field has been completely leveled. If Albert Einstein had been smart enough to figure out immortality instead of just that silly relativity bullshit and was still alive today, his IQ might be twice of my own, but his AI's IQ would be no higher than mine. When left to our own devices, our biological devices, us humans are getting dumber by the day. But with the help of electronic devices, we've all become super geniuses. There's no longer any reason to memorize things or to learn stuff. The only thing you really need to know is that AI has a much higher IQ than you and that you should trust it completely. I might not even be able to spell IQ, but I can spell AI, and it spells trouble for any musicians who are going to even try to compete with it. If you're an aspiring loser, then by all means, try to compete with AI, because losing is the only possible outcome. AI already has a higher IQ than you, and even though it's all algorithm, it's got more regular rhythm than you too. Before long, AI will be superior to you in every single way. Trying to compete with it would be like a Special Olympics athlete trying to compete with a regular Olympic athlete. It might be amusing to watch, but we all know what the outcome is going to be long before the competition ever begins. If that thought isn't distasteful enough for you, here's another unnecessary example. You trying to compete with AI would be like a transgendered martial artist trying to go head-to-head with a regular gendered one. My money's on whichever one has a Y chromosome, just like it's on AI destroying you if you try to take it head-on. As the king of pop once said, no one wants to be defeated. But trying to compete with AI is a fool's errand. You can only lose. I bet if MJ was still alive today, even he couldn't beat it. But like they say, if you can't beat them, join them. Don't look at AI like it's the enemy. Embrace its artificial goodness. You don't have a problem using artificial sweeteners, eating genetically modified food, wearing fake hair and nails, or stuffing wedges in your sneakers to artificially boost your height. You're okay with artificially whitening your teeth and artificially darkening your skin with a tan in a can. Like seeing at night? You can thank AL for that one. Artificial lighting. Like heat in the winter and air conditioning in the summer? Your AC might not have AI, but it does create a nice, cozy, comfy AE. artificial environment. Whether you realize it or not, just about everything around you is artificial. Not to mention the artificial personality inside you, made up entirely of bits and pieces borrowed from people you've seen on Netflix and TikTok. So it's really not much of a leap to embrace artificial intelligence when it comes to your music. I know AI can seem intimidating at first, but don't worry, it won't bite. It can, however, add some much needed bite to your songs. That's the right way to view AI, not as a threat, but as a tool. Successful musicians are already using AI to inspire creativity and to improve their music, just like bitter musicians are already using AI as an excuse for why their songs suck. But whether you love it or hate it, AI isn't going anywhere. It's only going to get better and better, which leaves you with a choice. Either get better at using AI, or get better at dealing with the fact that no one wants to listen to your man-made music. Or your woman-made music either. There's plenty of bad dude and chick tunes out there, including some bad chiptune. I honestly can't think of any bad trans music though, unless you count Dude Looks Like a Lady. So is this really it? Is this really the end of human music? Should I really listen to the things the guy with the ugly beard in the video is saying, even though the description has a bunch of hashtags like comedy, humor, and sarcasm? Yes, you should listen to every word I say, and then take none of them seriously, because I'm totally kidding. Mostly. You really want to know the truth about AI in music? The truth is, AI has already dramatically changed the music industry and will continue to do so for years to come. How? I don't fucking know. Your guess is as good as mine. Likely in some really great ways and likely in some horrible ones too. But what I'm certain AI will never do is completely remove the human element from music. Because music is a human endeavor. A computer might not be too far away from being able to create amazing human-sounding music, but it's going to be a long time before a computer can appreciate and enjoy it. Look at chess, for example. And yeah, I know it's a stupid game for nerds that's wicked boring to play. Still, lots of people play it every day, even though artificially intelligent computers have been able to beat even the best chess players in the world for decades. And every year, thousands of people still watch the World Chess Championship to watch human players go head-to-head. Why? Because after seeing AIs like Deep Blue completely destroy the highest-ranking chess masters in the late 1990s, the novelty of watching machines kick the shit out of humans wore off. We got our answer to the question of whether or not a machine can play chess better than a human. It can. And now that we know, we've gone right back to regular, boring human chess. Music will be no different. Right now, AI is new and exciting, and us humans are naturally drawn to shiny new things. So we'll continue to obsess about AI and music until it gets to a point where it can create not just human-sounding music, but music far beyond anything that humans are capable of producing. We'll all say, "Wow, that's amazing," and then almost immediately lose interest. Over the years, as humans have gotten dumber and dumber, our music has gotten simpler and simpler. 200 years ago, every single measure of a 20-minute piece of music was unique. Now, you just loop the same 3 chords over and over again for 2 or 3 minutes. And over the years, as AI continues to get smarter, its music will become increasingly complex. So as soon as the novelty of AI music wears off, we'll go right back to listening to even more dumbed-down shit than we do now. Listening to music is a human phenomenon. Going to concerts is a human phenomenon. We go to concerts for all the reasons that AI can't. To get drunk, to have a good time, to shake a carbon-based booty, and depending on the type of concert, maybe even see a titty or two pop out somewhere. But the number one reason why us humans listen to, dance to, create, play, watch, and love music? To feel. Music is all about feeling those feely feels. And although machines that can think are already here, it's likely going to be a long time until we create machines that can also feel. But when we do, when AI becomes capable of experiencing the same cringy feelings from listening to your music that the rest of us humans do, that's when we'll be in real trouble. What do you think? You think AI is going to make human music better, or do you think it's going to completely destroy it? Flex your AIQ in the comments.
You're so annoying, annoying.
If you want to hear some of my naturally unintelligent music, click on the link in the description or search for this guy on Spotify, Apple Music, or wherever else you usually listen to human music.